Yeah, we're live. We're live. Wow. We got this is the first time we've done a live episode of Master Racer Base. This is season 2. We did it. We made it to season 2.
Made it, Mom.
Exactly.
First Black Panther movie, and now this.
Yeah, I know. It was a serious weekend because Chris Rock came out.
Damn.
No tambourine. It's NBA All-Star weekend. Which I'm missing now because fuck. I went to see the Raptors on Tuesday. I'm missing the All-Star game today. And then Black Panther came out.
Wow.
And it's Black History Month. It's serious.
This is probably the blackest you've ever felt in your at the moment, right?
Yeah, it's pretty black. It is pretty black. But I did get excuse me, I was doing shows in Kingston, and like this morning I got super microaggressioned like hard by my cab driver, so it evened it all out.
Microaggression, like passive aggressive shit, or how what are we talking about here?
I got into the cab, so I get to the cab, and he's like, it was a van. He's like, okay, you can put your luggage, you can put your bag. I'm like, where can I put my bag? Can I put it in the trunk? He's like, no, you can put it in the front seat, or you can sit in the front seat. I don't like sitting in the front seat with cabs. I like to feel kind of rich. You know what I mean?
yeah.
like I'm paying for this. I want to feel like you're driving me.
Hell yeah. Do you want this tip or not? Yeah.
Exactly. So I put my bag. So my bag sat beside him. I don't know if that pissed him off, but said he didn't care. And so we're driving, and they're building I guess in Kingston. Have you been to Kingston recently?
For a comedy show. What was I in Kingston for? Probably on break. But yeah, I mean, I don't make it a habit of being
building
there.
I guess in Kingston. Have you been to Kingston recently? Is that you or me?
Sorry, that was me.
That's okay.
I accidentally clicked. No, sorry. I clicked on the YouTube.
I started panicking because we haven't done this. We got some viewers on here, but I haven't done this before. So so I get in the van, and they're building like a ramp from the train station across this street, right? And the guy is like, oh, they've been building. He starts swearing. Isn't it weird when people like you're a professional, kind of like you're on your job, and someone starts,
fuck at that point.
Yeah, you're in the hospitality business, right? Like,
right.
So he's like, oh, I can't fucking wait till they build a fucking bridge to this fucking train. I'm like, he's like, oh, this fucking. I'm like, yeah, our city councilor in my town, they're not that great. And then he's like, oh, where do you live? I'm like, Hamilton. He's like, oh, that's a dirty city. And I'm like,
you posted about that, yeah, okay.
But it keeps going. It gets worse. I'm like, have you ever been there? He's like, no, a couple of times, but that's really dirty.
Wow.
And then he starts going on about the crime, and it's like, oh, and it's filled with crime. I'm like, well, I don't think your town's that great either. And I look on the ground, and there's like a tampon that's out of this, like it's just in his bottom of his cab, and I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker.
Hey, hold on, backspace. Okay. And
yeah,
I have to ask.
Yeah.
Was this a black person?
No, it was a white dude.
Okay, keep going then. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, it was total white microaggression.
Brown person. Okay, white person. Okay, keep going. Now all this makes sense. Okay, keep going. Yeah.
When he said crime filled and dirty, he didn't mean Hamilton. He meant me. He wasn't talking about the city. He was talking about me.
And then when you start using words like blah blah blah, city council. Oh, great. One of them up.
This is how bad it was. He was playing a song, I Want a Redneck Woman, in the cab. Like that's what he was playing. Wow. Yeah. Like it couldn't be more cliched. And then he paid me in I gave him 20. It was like $8 or $7, and I was gonna give him a $10. I'm just used to tipping no matter, even if I get treated shitty. I don't know. I think that's from my parents because they're immigrants. Just keep your head down.
Right.
I gave him a 20, and he gave me back $10 in change. He's like, all I got is changes.
I think he just sucks at customer service, dude.
Maybe you're right. How was
and then bag in the front, cursing. Yeah, I think is he redneck looking?
No, he was very redneck looking.
Okay, look at me.
You look like the type of dude that would deliver liquor to your house
with a smile, or
yeah, he'd deliver liquor and weed and sample some of it before I got there. He looked like that dude. Yeah. How was your weekend? What'd you do this weekend?
Weekend. We're just talking about. Okay, wait, hold on a second. This weekend, yo, come on, bro, man. All I can talk about. Sorry, white lady asked me that today at my dad's church. And all I want to say is, fuck, I saw a Black Panther movie. So yeah, the highlight of my weekend was the Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
And if I backspace before, like, this, we're broadcasting live.
Yeah, we're live.
People from Ottawa will see that. So I did a show on Wednesday, and homeboy, man, fuck, I was so, it did not go too well. I went on first. I went on Bullet. The MC didn't warm up the crowd. He just be black going on stage. Actually, used my government name, so I'm on stage.
Yeah.
And I guess I felt a little too cocky. I'm like, yo, Otto, you? How the black people, Black History Month, Valentine's Day, the theme is Black Love. How can I fuck up? Shit. I felt like the guy was like, he didn't know I couldn't sink this Titanic. Couldn't sink this ship. Fuck, that ship sank, man. I probably got 1 or 2 good jokes with these guys, and everything else was it reminded me of this one time I was trying to talk to this girl, trying to pick her up.
Yeah.
She was not feeling me, but I was stubborn. I was like, no, hold on.
You can still do it.
I can still do it.
You still got it.
They gave me 15 minutes, right? I should have gotten a hint at least 7 minutes or ended on that one good joke. But I was convinced that, I was going to make this crowd nut.
Were they silent? Were they just quiet?
They, like there was one girl with her crew. She was like, you seen Coming to America?
Yeah.
And that scene was, that boy good. She was being like that for me, right? Like I guess she was the one giving me hope.
Yeah.
And then everyone else was just, but okay, to be honest, where I fucked up is I didn't take the temperature of the room, warm it up, realize, okay, warm up the room, like ask questions, who's celebrating something.
Were you emceeing? You were emceeing.
No, I was surprised. I was the first act.
Oh,
yeah.
Bullet. You're just doing
Bullet. Yeah, but
everyone
did better. That's what killed me. But I was so bitter when I left because I guess I came in like, yo, Ottawa U. I used to hang out Ottawa U back in the days.
Yeah.
To meet older women. Ottawa U is the place where I can meet those older women's kids. Yeah, those kids weren't feeling me, man. I felt no. I know your parents, man. Tell them about this event.
Yeah, but was it one of those where you like left immediately as soon as you got off stage? You're like bolt to the door. Was it like one of those?
I wanted to, but I have this principle where I like to stick around for the show. But yeah, everything inside me says leave me, just fucking leave.
Well, it's gonna happen again. That's the best I can tell you.
Yeah, thank you. No, I hear you. No, you're right.
It's gonna happen again.
I accept it as it's part of the game, man.
Yep, it's part of the game.
And sometimes you don't.
So so we're doing this whole live things to kick off season 2. Yes. So we can talk about, because we both were so excited about Black Panther. I think most black people were excited about Black Panther, and white people, but it was really like, what the fuck,
bro?
I saw it on Friday. What day did you see it?
Friday, 7:00.
Oh, okay. I saw it 2, so I beat you out by 5 hours.
Wait, you saw it?
2 in the afternoon.
I didn't even take time to question it because I remember you getting back to me and saying, "Yo, motherfuckers fucking around, talking shit on my board."
I had a dude on my Facebook group. That's how militant I was.
You know what I mean? And then it didn't click to me. I'm saying, I remember the conversation was going, and I'm like, because you were talking about the movie. I'm like, wait a minute, you seen it already? I was questioning. He said, yeah, I did. And I'm like, well, give me some minute. I'm gonna see it at 7:00 and all that. But boom, yeah, you beat me by I think that's a +1 your black card.
Yeah, well, I was working that night, so it was the only time I could see it, and I went with a white dude. So yeah, I went with Brendan McKeegan. We went to see. We were excited to see it, and like the night before we downloaded I downloaded the Black Panther soundtrack. By Kendrick Lamar. It's an awesome album.
Yeah.
But I when I got home, I got into one argument with the dude who needed to tell me how shitty the movie was on my Facebook page.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, dude, I don't need to hear this shit. I don't care.
Of course. I mean, I'm a big proponent of, yes, we are entitled to all to our own opinions.
Yeah.
But you're not entitled to having it heard. Like, if I don't want to hear that shit, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
For you, you don't like it, but
Well, I guess I think for a lot of people, I'm trying to understand this side of the other perspective, because like in the movie, it's all black people. It's like 100% black people.
No, 98%. There's
98%. Yeah, you're right. 98%. And then like you have behind the scenes is black people. The director's black, the writers are black, and then you have there you are. And then you have the two white people in it are actually just plot points. They're used to move the story forward, much like a lot of ethnic characters in a lot of other movies. Did I lose you? I see you. Hang on a second. We'll fix this. Oh, B, are you there?
You're not here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you hear what I said about the?
It's as if it muted or something.
Yeah, it did. But you got kicked off, but you're back again. I can see you.
Okay. Yeah. So the last thing you were saying is where were we?
I was just saying. I was just saying how a lot of there's two white guys in it, and they're just used as plot points, much like a lot of black, like the black guy in horror movies, how he's just used to get killed off first.
Yep. Exactly.
Or, the black guy on Star Trek gets killed off when he goes on the planet. That's pretty much, they're just used as a plot device. So I can understand. Like the guy on my board was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was so boring. I fell asleep. I almost fell asleep."
You know what? I get it. Okay. Let's remember that this is a moment in history, so we should trace back from the beginning, right?
Yep.
At what point did you realize this was going to be a good movie? This was going to be dope. Like, when you got in, like from the get go, or like
I knew it was going to be a good movie when I heard what's his name? Who directed
shit. We suck for not knowing his name right now off the top of the head.
No.
Everyone's talking about that dude.
Sorry.
These are Steven Spielberg there. People live are flipping out. What the fuck his name is? Something Coogler. Okay, what's the name?
Yeah, it's Ryan Coogler. Look at us. But as soon as I knew who he was directing, that's how I knew it was going to be a good movie. And I realized they're in the Marvel studio system. Like I realized there's certain, like there's a lot of things in the movie that are cliched, like not even cliche, but just like the story arc of a Marvel blockbuster movie that you just see in most movies, right? Like I get it, but when watching Creed, and he directed Creed, and he also directed Fruitville Station. And there's actually a shout out to Fruitville Station in the beginning of the movie. I'm not going to spoil it. It's spoiler free.
Oh wait, we do spoiler free on the show?
Yeah, we're gonna do spoiler free because
my bad. I told people that for people who've seen this movie, you need to listen to the podcast. My bad.
I mean, we'll try our best. There's no guarantee, but I mean, the two people listening, I don't want to ruin it for them if they haven't seen it. But yeah, when I knew he was directing, I was like, okay, this movie's gonna be dope. And then when I saw the Black Panther in Civil War, I was like, oh, he's fucking awesome.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I told you when we were, because we prepared for this show for a long time. Yeah. I told you that, I'm worried I'm gonna be the one black guy who doesn't like the movie, because my experience, Marvel has sometimes done movies that everyone liked, felt, and I was the only one who was like, like I needed to rewatch it to realize what they were saying.
What movie was what one? Give me an example of a movie that was like that for you.
For Marvel, like probably which one did I? So I like civil rights,
Civil War.
Fuck people. Civil War.
Marvel Civil Rights. Captain America and Iron Man. It was a civil. Remember when they poured that milkshake on Iron Man's head?
The
hoses and the dogs. I'm using the civil rights. As
all right. So Civil War, I like. Other Avenger before it, I like the one with the Hulk, like beats the shit out of that one guy.
Iron Man.
Loki.
Oh, okay. The first Marvel Avengers. Okay, I'm with you still. I'm with you with these.
And I think every other No, I think every other Marvel, I was like, I don't know. It was alright. It was cool, whatever, and shit like that. So, okay. So all this is so I was worried, and when I walked in, and I'm getting into details here. This is my inner feminine side is feminine side is coming out here, right?
Yeah.
Detail. So I walk in. The movie starts. With the popcorn and everything like that. So I rip open my, what do you call that? The 3D glasses.
Yeah.
It falls on the floor.
Your 3D glasses.
3D. So I'm looking around trying to find my 3D glasses. I'm like, fuck. So I run back downstairs, come back up, put the glasses on. And as the narrator starts talking about Africa, okay.
Oh, this is in Black Panther.
What do you mean?
What movie are you talking about? Sorry, I lost you.
No. So I told you the reasons why I worried that I wasn't going to like it.
So you named off movies that you liked, and now you're talking about.
I'm sorry.
So you rip open your popcorn, and your glasses fall on the ground.
Fall on the ground. Yeah, popcorn falls on the ground.
Which is the nerdiest thing that can happen to you in a nerd movie. You should have like a pearl necklace that like an old lady. Miss the Africa part. I
usually take 2 glasses with me in case one doesn't work. That's like I'm paranoid. But they were giving out the glasses, and that guy wouldn't live in it. Like fuck. Yeah. They knew I was coming. Anyways, so when I finally put on the glasses and the story starts, I fell in love, and I think it's because as soon as I heard Africa, because you know how I'm not spoiling it, but that opening scene, right? Yeah. In Africa, my brain was getting ready. Fuck, are we watching another God Must Be Crazy type of flick? And shit like that. And as soon as they go into the positive, we're not talking about slavery. We're not talking about blood diamonds. We're not talking about Beast of what's that one Idris Elba did?
Yes, I know, Beast of No Nation.
Basically, we're going to talk about Africa in a way we've never done before.
Yeah,
positively. I fell in love at that point. It was like smiling from the beginning all the way to the end.
I won't lie. I was a bit nervous, but then but I was there. Like I was there 100%. I had to pee the whole movie. It was at that point where they did the second. I waited for the second trailer. I saw the first teaser at the end of the movie, and then there's a second teaser. I couldn't hold it for the second teaser because I could feel it at the tip, so I had to go. So I missed the second teaser. I know about it, but I missed it.
That's some sad shit, bro.
It is some sad shit.
Yo, this is probably the most organized. Like I'm not the when it comes to time management. I suck at that shit. But for this movie, oh my god, I showed up like 2 hours ahead of time and all that place. Yo, I went to the washroom. Okay, I went there with I'm not gonna go into details, right? I went there with a girl. Okay, yeah. Fuck. Why am I telling you all this shit?
No, it's okay.
We're there with a girl, and then I'm telling her I go to the washroom, dude. I sat. You know what I mean? I'm saying anything that needs to come out. Yeah, now's the time to do it because between now and 2 hours, we're not gonna do it. So I just sat there, made sure everything was ready to. Like I sat on the throne. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I get it. I totally get it. I know we're still talking about bathroom stuff.
What's that?
I know we're still talking about bathroom stuff.
I'm like, now's the time to come out. So that I took my time and boom. And then when I went to, and then I met up. We picked up the popcorn, ran inside, and then.
Let me ask you this: like, this is what happened to me when I got out of the movie. It really, the whole context of this movie, the idea like this is a blockbuster, and it's not a Medea movie, it's not a slave movie. Right. It's a blockbuster, major budget, huge Hollywood movie with a black cast. Yep. In 2018, that sounds very weird to be like, oh my god, but what it didn't hit me until I saw I went to the consignment station or whatever they are. And I saw they had these Black Panther helmets.
Okay.
That they hold popcorn in, right? And I'm like, I have never seen a black movie where they're selling merch to people. Like I've never seen that where they're selling black people merch. Like it's predominantly black and they're selling black people merch. And I saw these 2 white kids like running around the merch thing and looking at toys. I was like, that blew my fucking mind.
That's a good point. Yeah, usually it's like some bootleg T-shirt, maybe, but that's
outside behind the theater. But this was legit.
I didn't even pay attention to that. No, I took that shit for granted. But you know,
I didn't think about it until like I just happened to walk up to it and just like, oh fuck, this is weird.
Right. You know what? I'm looking at the poster right now, and that should have gotten my attention. It's true. Like that's
the poster to me is kind of like a Marvel-ish kind of poster.
It's a Marvel-ish poster, yeah. But
to me, it's kind of like, you know, it doesn't do the movie justice, I think.
Really?
That's how I see it. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad poster. I just think it's like most movie posters that they make these days. That's the Marvel end of it for me. That's the Disney end of it. As like to me, the guy complaining on my Facebook about like, you know, he's like, oh, when they shot at him, something with the bullets and blah 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 blah. That's the Marvel side of it, and I still like the Marvel side. I still thought it was great, but what I really loved was like, remember when she took the wig off and threw it at the white dude? I don't know if this is a spoiler, but it's kind of just a scene. Do you remember that? Hello, B? It's just me on here. I think I lost you. Are you back, B? There you are. Hello? Yeah, anyway, so she took the wig off and she whipped it at the white dude. B, are you there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Barnell? B. You in here, B? Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to keep going, and B will join me. If not, whatever. It'll be me by myself. So anyway, it's just me. It's just me at this point. So anyway, she whipped her wig at a dude, and then it was just kind of to me it represented
yo.
Yeah, there you are. I was trying to hold the fort by myself. It was going terrible.
Oh boy, you ain't gonna believe this, man. Blue screen of death on my computer.
Oh, did it just shut down?
But yeah, so my main computer, blue screen, and now I switched to my laptop. Like you probably see me on camera.
Yeah, I can see you on camera.
Okay, now hopefully test. Okay, hopefully like all I did is I plugged everything to my laptop.
Yeah,
and the recording is still going on.
I can see you.
See me? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if the recording's still going on. Let me check this.
No, the recording on my board is
okay.
Yeah. So what you're gonna hear is me say "fuck me," and then me.
I'm like, B, are you there? Are you there? It was like, and then I was like holding the fort, and I just felt like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yo, this is some shameful shit, man. Yo, Ryan Coogler brings us some black excellence, and look at us fucking getting a little black.
No black excellence at all. I was talking about the wig scene. Remember the wig scene?
Yes.
When Michonne, I'm gonna call her Michonne.
No, Michonne, yeah.
So she's like, I don't like wearing this wig. Like that whole scene to me, I don't know if the director was going for this or anything, but like her going into that to get back an African artifact in like in that underground club, and then she whips the wig at the white dude and they start fighting. To me, because this is the white guy is like, I don't know, what did you like about it? I'm like, well, like a scene like that. And he's like, oh, I got that joke. I'm like, no, you don't understand. That's like a black joke. It's like the idea that we have to conform. And she's just like, fuck, I don't need to conform. She doesn't have to conform because she's from her own power. Like she's from a country, from a place where they have their own history, their own power, their own technology, so she doesn't have to become what they think is expected.
Exactly. I love this. I did not know or did not realize how much effort, how much energy, how much time women go to meet up to this, standard of beauty.
Yep.
That we take for granted. And what I love about that scene is that saying, hey, look, man, I'm rejecting it. I'm going as natural as I want to be.
Yeah.
Like this is who I am. Love me or leave me alone.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. Exactly. It to me, it's also about colonialism. I mean, like, fuck. That's
Bang.
That's what I love about this movie. It's just there's so much shit in it that like, so when I hear some dude come on the thing, I'm like, also like in terms of Hollywood, this movie's important to like got people like us because we're in show business. This changes shit or helps change shit.
Break it down.
Yeah, it's so.
Well, one thing for sure, Hollywood's gonna be like, wow, Negroes like movies. You know what I mean? Wow. Someone was saying, actually, this article I was trying to post today on the MRD podcast page.
Yeah.
About how the relationship between Black American and Africans somewhat complicated. And by Black Americans, I think they mean all of us, the survivors of the middle trade. Middle trade, is that what we call it? The transatlantic slave trade.
Transatlantic slave trade, yes.
Yeah. All like, because we ended up here. We our ancestors kidnapped from Africa, came here, and basically they said delete everything or what you consider to be home. You know what I mean? And now we're to this new brand of people. Anyway, so what they were talking about, the conversation was about how Africans, people from the continent, perceive the movie. And because it's way more complicated than we put it. You know what I mean? Like shit like tribalism is a big deal over there.
Yeah.
So the dialect over there, I was talking to a friend, he's from Tanzania, and he speaks Swahili, and he noticed that the language was more, basically it was like African Klingon type of thing like that.
Oh.
Since that he gets the accent, he gets it. African Klingon. That's what he got. Like it was a made up language, but he can identify the combinations of.
Could it be like a combination of African dialects put together to make one language?
There was a bit of Zulu. There was a bit of Swahili. Now here's the thing. In the opinion piece that I was talking about, this person was saying, it was frustrating to listen to because the accents were a little weird. It was like all over the place. And now, this opinion piece could be interpreted as a criticism, or it was more like, Black Panther was a masterpiece, and it's triggering conversations that we need to have.
Yeah.
I mean, like one thing, homeboy. Okay, there's so many directions we could go with this movie.
Yeah.
The hero, I'm not going to call him a villain. I'm going to say call him the anti-hero.
Yeah.
It got to a point that I don't know who I agree with at this point. Like, there was time where
Killmonger. Killmonger.
Right? Yeah, man. There was time. Like, Killmonger harbored all the anger that most of us feel and keep, us conscious Black folks. Like, just put into a ball, because if you let it out, then you're gonna be a problem to society. So in order to conform, we can kill everything he was saying. I was like, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's take over the world.
Well, also because if you look at it, there's I don't want to try not to spoil this, but there's the Wakandans aren't innocent either, right? Like there's a bit of nationalism going on, a bit of nativism with them. That's happening. Yeah.
Isolation and they survive by isolating themselves.
Well, because at the beginning of the movie they talk about the slave trade. They show it. They don't talk about it, but they show it, and they were hidden away from it.
Yeah,
they stayed away out of all of that stuff. This is not a spoiler because this is in the comic books, right? It's actually a great way to go into the story to talk about what if an African nation escaped a colonialism, but didn't help anybody else? Yeah,
right. Yeah, they would have prospered. You know what that theme reminded me of, and I'm able to connect it to is The Walking Dead, like how they're trying to be human.
Yeah,
remember Glenn was we got to be better than that. We got to help others, and what's that? Shane, what's his name? Fuck that. If you're not part of us, get the fuck out. We're gonna survive by sticking to ourselves. So in a way, Wakanda is like the group that said, fuck that. We protect our own.
Yeah. There was a lot of that stuff. That's what I kind of enjoyed that the good guys weren't so good, and the bad guys weren't so bad.
Right.
The performances were amazing, but fucking Michael B. Jordan was awesome.
He was
and
awesome.
The writing for him was great because this is the first time in Marvel where they had like he's the best villain they've had in a Marvel movie, like by far. And I think I think Disney's saying that this is their best Disney movie.
Wait,
that's Disney is saying Black Panther is their best Disney movie.
Hold on a second. Okay.
Yeah, Marvel head crowns Black Panther Studios. Marvel head crowns Black Panther Studios best movie ever.
Yeah, I think I'm late to the party. Disney owns Marvel now.
Oh, where have you been? Like you're so nerdy, but not nerdy at all.
That's a stupid question.
It's like they've
live, right? This is too late. We can't edit this shit down, right?
No, this is all going up, and I'm gonna put it on the podcast too. So it's like it's forever, my friend. It's in the internet.
I refuse to believe I'm the only one who didn't get that or who missed that. Okay, hold on a second. It's slowly coming back. Yes. Okay. Disney owns Marvel. That's fucked up.
I can't. They own Star Wars too, and they're buying Fox property, so they're gonna own like X-Men and all that shit. They own everything. That's all Disney does now is buy everything. That's the problem. You know how everyone's complaining about how Disney was like influencing, there was influencing reviewers. They were paying off reviewers. They don't need to pay off reviewers because they're just buying all the studios.
Shit.
They just bought every studio. This is why it's bittersweet for me because it's like this movie's awesome and it's important and it had to be made at Disney. Damn. But it's like, oh my God, it's Disney.
It's Disney, gotcha.
Yeah. But it had to be made at Disney. It had to be made at the biggest studio in the history of fucking the world. It had to, or else. Pardon?
Motherfucker, I'm talking shit about the founder of Disney.
Oh, the anti-Semite? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Motherfucker, anti-Semite. Yeah.
He doesn't like the Jews.
You don't like Jews. They're not too fond of black people too.
No, it's once they don't like the Jews, it's just expected. like, you mean they don't like Jews and they don't like us?
You know what I mean? The only exception is the Nation of Islam. Oh shit! You might have to edit that part out, man.
I can't edit out any of this. It comes out.
Yo, MRD brings out the worst out of me, man.
That's okay.
That's my defense. Super shit. All right. Yeah, man. Killmonger.
Yeah.
And, King's name, T'Challa.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I get, there's gonna be white people who aren't gonna like it, and there's gonna be black people who aren't gonna like it. Cool. Yeah. Leave it at
any black people that didn't like it.
Okay, here's why I know there's gonna be black people who aren't gonna like it. And this is my theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
A good some of them. There's gonna be some, people sometimes people just have their taste, and period. We'll stop here, right? Mm-hmm. But that post that I put up, I said that Wakanda, of course, yes, we know, sure, Wakanda isn't real. So is the myth of black inferiority.
Yes.
Now, that movie challenges how we perceive black people and Africans. Like a lot of us have just expected nothing but the worst from Africa, from famine, war-torn, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
This movie challenges your imagination to say, hey, what if? Okay, pretend it's not like that, right?
Yeah.
Now, I believe there are people who have like the concept of black inferiority and white supremacy. Like their personality is based on the fact that I'm a white man and I'm better than black people.
Or I'm a black man and white people are better than me. And subconsciously, that happens all the time. We live in a society that, that's really promoted. Look at the dude that went and shot. He will show up. Went out and shot up a whole high school. Everyone's like, "Oh, he must be mentally something's wrong. This is not what white people do." And then that kid gets shot for his friend jumping on someone's ATV, like 20-year-olds do. Just causing shit. He gets murdered, and everyone's like, "Well, that'll show you for touching someone's ATV, getting shot in the head."
Yep.
Yeah.
You want him? Was it
Bushi? Yeah. Colton Bushi. I won't name the white kid. I don't know his name. I didn't really study on that.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you brought that up. But I think there's gonna be a few, and the reason I say this because it's also the same reason, like the women, the role that women played in this movie. I think there's gonna be some dudes that aren't gonna like the idea of women kicking ass because they're so used on guys are better than boys are better than girls, and seeing women in a position of strength, it's gonna fuck with their head. Like it's just subconsciously, and I mean like it's gonna be like some kind of, you're gonna need a shrink to figure that one out.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have a lot of those Kevin Bacon in civil rights movies characters. You know what I mean? Like we're in the middle of a transition of that. You know, the guy that's like, "Ain't no niggers swimming at my pool." Those people were in that transition. Do you know what I mean? Right. Like, there's gonna be a ton of those people that just like I was at a show and I was listening to people complain about having to call transgendered people by their preferred term. Like that's their commitment to that shit. You know what I mean? That's really hard for them. It's like, well, try transitioning. I mean, I couldn't even imagine what that would be like. You have to remember a pronoun. That's nothing. Like you got to remember a word. That's it.
Hey man, I think there are people convinced that the reasons why they want to transition to a different sex is to piss me off, it's to fuck up my life, is to annoy me.
Oh yeah, man.
Personal reasons. No. They want to fuck with me, and it's my duty to stop them from fucking with me. No, I get accepting change can be hard, right? It can be difficult. I remember during this week, I had to go in a different building for some language tests, right? Yeah. And I had to use this newfound elevator. The way it works, right, is you have to punch in the floor you want to get on, and the screen tells go to the elevator H, or go to the letter, like you don't punch in your floor in the elevator. You have to do it in advance. Oh. You never seen those elevators yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I remember being there. Oh, this is some bullshit, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And the worst part about the change is because I have to figure it out the hard way. Like I get in a packed elevator, and one guy goes, sir, you got to select your floor in advance. And I'm like, this is some bullshit. This is inconvenient.
That thing sounds more ignorant than a man yelling at an elevator.
So I'm saying, I get the people who are resistant to change.
No, I get it too.
Good old days, you know what I mean? Why it wasn't broken? Why you gotta fix it?
But look at okay, going back to Black Panther, look how vehemently they're trying to oppose it. Before the movie, they set up these Facebook groups, and now you realize, oh, they did this to Star Wars. That's why the reviews were great on Rotten Tomatoes, but the public views were like terrible. The public reviews. And they were trying to do that with Black Panther. And then when Black Panther came out, people were like posting photos on Twitter about them being jumped at the Black Panther movie. Like, could you do anything more racist?
I heard about that. But my favorite part is they just showed a bleeding napkin and shit. Like,
Emmett Till got killed for worse. Like, this is all like it's all Emmett Till shit. This is horrible.
Oh, wow. I didn't make that connection. Yeah, but you're right. This is some Emmett Till shit. It's actually, because I'm starting to become capitalism. I was thinking of, if hindsight is 2020, selling my service on Kijiji and say, look, if you're a white person who wants to see Black Panther opening night, I will be your protection. You should have to provide me with, pay me this much, provide me with popcorn and Coke, medium. It's got to be a medium.
It's got to be medium.
You know what I mean? Fuck that. You're paying.
And you need a space. And then if it's a reclining seat, you need one space between you two. So you got to pay for 3 seats.
And I'll make sure, I'll put in the brothers on it. I'll make sure, you're going to see me walking with some white folks. I want you to bad dog them, right? Just it's
for your business.
It's cool. They're with me. It's cool. Because I think there was a lot of, I'm sure there was white people who really wanted to go, but with colored folks, fuck that.
Well, that's what some woman posted. I don't know who it was, but she has like a certified account on Twitter. And she posted, I was reading on the route, and she posted something like, oh, can I go to what if I show up and ruin it? And it's like, bitch, nobody gives a fuck about you.
Of course. It got to the point that I felt like I hated this because the beside me was a white lady. She didn't talk much, right? But I was being hella friendly with her, not talking about like, hey, okay, I'm gonna sit here, all right, okay, cool, you know what I mean? Just being all that. But I was like, thank you for not being scared of black people. You know what I mean?
Hilarious if you spent the whole movie staring right at her, angrily staring at her the whole movie.
Hey, my friend, asshole, man. My friend, he was he got in there late. But it was justified, okay? Not because of black people shit, but it was justified. He was picking up a whole bunch of people to come to the movie, got stuck in traffic. Anyway, you see, this dummy was in the middle. So he's the guy walking in. Excuse me, you know, walking in.
That guy.
This motherfucker, he walks in, he falls on this white lady. I really hope he apologized because he explains the story. He goes, yeah, but I wasn't worried, man, because she was way up.
You know what I love is like you guys are like the most clumsiest group of black people going to see Black Panther. Like you couldn't be more blurs if you tried.
Oh,
you're dropping your glasses.
Oh, I'm dropping my
and he's falling on top of white people. He's lucky he's not in Florida because that would have got him shot.
Oh, for sure. You know what I mean? Hey, I was assaulted.
Stand your ground. That is stand your ground business right there.
Stand your ground, right? So, what we say? Yeah, man. Hey, in your theater, did you see it in Kingston or Hamilton?
I saw it in Kingston.
In Kingston, was there a lot of black people in the theater?
No black people. I don't think there's black people in Kingston. No, you know what? That's a lie. They came out to my me and a guy on my Thursday show. They came out to Wednesday and Thursday, and then like it dwindles on the weekend for some reason. That club,
okay,
becomes more rednecky. But Thursday, I was talking to a dude who was like, he's complaining about having to go to like a white wedding out in somewhere out in Nova Scotia, and how they were like taking photos of him like he was a novelty. They're all black people. They're not happy that they're there. They're either in school or they're not happy that they're there. Because like the problem with like living in a town like that, and you know, Ottawa's probably not as it's more multicultural. But when you live in a town where it's like most white people see people that look like them, the microaggressions are so like they don't they're swinging about. Like the guy today in the cab we was talking about, he probably doesn't even think he's doing shit, but he thinks he's smarter than me. At what he's saying, and it might not even be intentional, but he doesn't understand that what he's saying is fucking problematic at best.
Oh, shit.
At worst, I should say. Yeah, at best.
Who raises these people?
They're not around anyone else. That's what I'm like. That would be interesting to be in Wakanda, like to see it, like the way they treated Martin Freeman in Wakanda was just like, who the fuck is this guy?
You said Martin Freeman?
Yeah, he was the agent, the only other white person in the movie.
Oh, yeah. The dude from Hobbit. Yeah,
the Hobbit. That's right.
Yeah, got you.
They're both from the Hobbit, by the way. The other one's from is Golem.
Word?
Yeah, that's why I got the precious in my pants. Remember?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to recognize him from somewhere. Okay, that's cool.
He's always green screen.
Okay, amazing.
He was great too. I was actually sad that they killed him. I understood why they killed. I'm spoiling shit.
Oh, ain't that up?
Spoiling. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, no, he played his character. I love it from the beginning. Even when he put, you savages don't deserve it. Okay, fuck that.
I know.
That role, he was still likable as a character, even when he said that shit.
Yeah.
That's what, but it's like that. But hey, you coming out with a mixtape? Yeah, I love that.
I am. I have one. Yeah, I don't know. I loved how it was unapologetically black. I love the Afrofuturism. That's my new thing, man. Afrofuturism is just fucking dope.
Nice. Let's switch around to so we were picking on white people. Did you hear? I saw a post that came out, and I might lose some points on my black card for bringing this up. But black people, there was a group of black people who were pissed off. Yeah. How? Wait a minute. These niggas are mad for nothing, man. Because they were mad at the fact that there was 2 white dudes in Black Panthers. It's like, nah, keep it black, pure black.
Like, yeah, but they were like they weren't even like characters. I mean, they were characters, but they weren't like they were used to move a plot forward.
They were used to move a plot. They made it sound like okay, he was like, you know how Batman has
Robin,
not Robin, but the butler there. Like
yes, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
they made
Alfred.
Before I saw Black Panther, they made it look like the white dude was like his like the counselor.
Yeah.
Go-to dude, but no, man. What the fuck? Anyways, so they were just pissed off. It was a lie. My point is, it was some false outrage, and shame on you, folks. Shame on you. Yeah,
shame on you for the out. Hey, go see the movie before you have outrage.
You know what I mean? Seriously, man. But yeah, and I'm just trying to say, people who don't like the movie, I get it. End period. Stops there. Don't try to change my mind. I won't try to change my mind. Right?
Yeah, I don't even want to hear your negativity. I don't care. Like I don't like. Honestly, most movies I want to hear the good and bad about stuff. This one I don't. I don't know what it is. Am I being like a child in a way? Am I being like?
What do you mean? Stupid? Nah, man. This movie was. A friend of mine was explaining to me how Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler apparently wanted to call this movie "Dear Black People, Wake the Fuck Up." You know.
Well, I mean, there's Get Out moments. There's Get Out moments in this movie. It's just not as heavy as Get Out. It's not as like, but there is those moments.
Yo, it. Okay, by the end of this movie, I found myself reflecting on like finally a plot that I could that applies to me. I started to think about, hey, look, we've been thinking about who we've been, who we were, where we've come from. But sometimes I wonder if we as Black folks don't think enough of who do we want to be.
Yeah. Or what if we lived in a different an alternate universe?
Right.
Things were different.
Right. Because the whole time, most of the movie, I was siding with
Killmonger. Well, you know, Black Panther was created by a white dude, right?
Okay,
Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby?
Kirby, the guy that created the New Gods, he created Black Panther. And here's a quote from Jack Kirby. I came up with the Black Panther because I realized, and remember when I use words in this is like from 1950s, 60s.
Okay.
Because he created around the same time as the actual Black Panthers. And I'll get into that too shortly. But he said, I came up with the Black Panther because I realized that I had no blacks in my strip. I never drawn a black. I needed a black. I suddenly discovered that I had a lot of black readers. My first friend was black. And here I was ignoring them because I was associating with everybody else. And it suddenly dawned on me, believe me, it was for human reasons. I suddenly discovered nobody was doing blacks. And here I am leading cartoonist, and I wasn't doing a black. I was the first one to do an Asian. And I began to realize that there were a whole range of human differences. Remember, in my day, drawing an Asian was drawing Fu Manchu. That's the only Asian they knew. The Asians were wily. So, like, I mean, the language is fucking problematic, right? But the sentiment, the context is this guy was like, fuck it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, wait. So he's the same guy that when they said, hey, look, we need you to, could you put more white people in there? And you made him, man?
Yeah, that's him.
Wow. I did not know. Dude, okay. I did not read shit about Black Panther. Kind of like the same way when I went in to see The Matrix, I didn't know anything. I didn't even see the trailer. It's my cousin who brought me out. I was going through a heartbreak, and it was like, "Yo, snap out of it.
Let's go to The Matrix."
I had no idea what to expect. Yo, that movie got me. Anyway, so all this was okay. So I did not know Black Panther was a great white dude. Yeah. I thought it was what's her name, Octavia Butler.
Yeah,
I thought she was the one who. She's a sci-fi, yeah.
Yeah, she is, but she didn't create Black Panther.
Oh,
didn't she write part? Was it her that came up with the stories for? No, it wasn't her.
She was involved with some stories.
Yeah. It's some woman, not Octavia Butler. It's someone. She came up with the stories for the Matrix, like, and they based the Matrix off her stories, and then she got paid finally.
Word? I thought that was a myth.
Oh, maybe it is a myth. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I heard about a black woman creating the plot for the Matrix.
That's what I'm saying. In Terminator.
For the
Terminator. They took the plot from Matrix and Terminator.
I thought that was I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't like not siding with black people on shit like that.
I don't know. I haven't heard from it since.
Oh, Snoop debunked it, man. Black chick didn't invent shit, but it was
I'm sure.
Let's go back to the positive. But yeah, anyway, people don't like it. They don't get it.
No, it's right. Sophia, it's inside the $1 billion Matrix lawsuit won by internet's most pervasive legends. Sophia Stewart winning a court case for basing the Matrix off her copyrighted screen treatment that was continuously cropped up on the web. But court documents show that the story is little more than a viral. It wasn't real.
What's that?
The story that the Matrix was based off her screenplay.
Sophia Stewart? Yeah.
It's not real. It's been proven it was like it wasn't real.
Oh, big yeah, man. I bet you some white supremacists put it there.
Just
it's the first thing. I just put in Sophia Matrix and boom. Yeah.
Well, did you know that the people are using Black Panther to I don't mean to cut off the subject so quick, but they're using a lot of political activists because they're trying to get a lot of actual Black Panthers out of prison. So they're using the movie to help.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, no, I read that piece and it breaks my heart. It's like, yo, black people, we can't take breaks, man. It's like, enjoy the movie, but we got some work to do.
Yeah, we have a lot of work to do.
We need you to, sign some petition. We need you to join us on this.
As you're going to go enjoy your entertainment. We need you to sign some petitions. And by the way, Monique wants you to stop watching Netflix too.
Go back to that.
We have an episode of that coming up on the podcast.
Hey, yes. If I could talk to those pro-black dudes about the two white guys in the movie, those two white guys are necessary so that Black Panther doesn't make Monique money. You know what I mean? We need white people to see this movie.
We gotta level it out. Exactly. I didn't have a problem with any. They could have had more white people in it. I wouldn't have had a problem with it.
Man, I was
but I liked how it was.
That action scene, like the whole, for the first time, I swear, man, I was like, wow, I can be the Black Panther if I lose some weight. You know what I mean?
You got some pajamas. You don't have to lose weight. Do it. You and me will be chubby Black Panthers.
You know what I mean?
I'll be brown leopard or something. I don't know. And Black Panther. We'll get some dancer belts and then slink in our full bodysuits and maybe get some control tops.
Hey, what do you think about how they made their lead scientist his sister?
Yes, that was that. I think, is it a sister that in the comic books that becomes the Black Panther for a bit? One of them does. I think it's a sister. Yeah, Shuri. Yeah, she was awesome.
She was awesome. She killed. Shut up to Guyana for that one.
Oh yeah, that's my mom's country.
Oh shit, my bad, homeboy. Okay, all right.
My mom's from Guyana. So which is makes me even feel better that a young Guyanese person. Well, yeah, Guyanese people like to claim everyone. So are they sure she's Guyanese?
Bad Asians.
They do. I heard for years people were Prince was Guyanese. I'm like, Prince is not Guyanese.
There was a rumor. We used to think that I'm talking Haitians. Used to think that Big Daddy Kane was Haitian because he's got a line where he says, "I speak clearly so you could understand. Put words together like leather." Man, people heard, "I speak Creole so you can understand." You're like, "Yo, this nigga's Haitian." Anyways, yeah.
But he's speaking English. I speak Creole so you can
understand. Man, fuck logic.
I know it doesn't matter. We'll take it.
We wanted a representation.
We don't give a fuck. Yeah,
Guyanese did that too. Okay, yeah, man.
Well, up until Shuri, Guyanese people had Eddie Grant, and that was about it.
Eddie Grant.
Remember Electric Avenue?
Okay.
He's Guyanese. That's all we had. Yeah.
So the dude there, what's his name? The leader there.
What's his name? M'Baku?
Is that it? Yeah, that dude, the actor is actually Trinidadian.
Is he?
Yeah. So my friend afterwards, she goes, "This tells me that there's a rum shack in Wakanda."
I saw someone post about how he looks like the type of dude that gets you pregnant and then says Did you see this post? Was it you that posted it? And he rubs your belly and is like, I'll pick up another shift. And it's like, dude, you can't pick up more shifts. You have all the shifts.
Oh man, I love every actor. I don't think there's anyone. Usually, there's an actor. I'm like, yeah, they could have recasted that one. No, I love the casting. I love the dude. It got to the point that did you say past the credit?
No, I was going to ask you a question about did you find it slow at points? Like, what did you not like about the movie?
I have to rewatch it to.
Okay, yeah, like, you had fanboyism. You were like totally.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm the same way.
The whole, this ain't a Sambo movie, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I was smiling from the beginning to end.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm looking. Is there something I did not like? Shit.
Yeah, I'm like you. I got to watch it again. I was fanboying out the whole time. Exactly. So I'm like, I was into it, and just like the music, the soundtrack, the album's fucking awesome. Kendrick Lamar did the soundtrack.
Yo, shout out to The Weeknd, man. We got Black Canadian representation too,
man.
For being on the soundtrack, man.
It's also good to see Black women working in Hollywood. That was pretty.
Yes,
a whole bunch of Black women working in Hollywood, like becoming, like you're just like, oh, these people are becoming a star, like bigger stars than they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they command bigger money. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Rick Grimes, his Twitter page goes, yeah, what? Just go see Black Panther to support my girl.
Well, I mean, the only other Black woman that was making money in Hollywood was Zoe Saldana, right? She was, I mean, in action movies, that was the only one. She's the only action star.
I heard Halle Berry got turned down for a role on that one. Shit. Did you see that thing I posted? And I think it nearly got me in trouble.
About what the dude said about history.
No. The one about when you're a real African and you can't make it in a movie about Africa. Basically, he was joking about.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah, the guy from that pirate movie. Yes,
Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips. I was gonna call it Dr. Phillips. Dr. Phillips. That movie where Dr. Phil goes on the ocean and counsels Ethiopian. Dr. Phillips.
Exactly, yeah, man. So apparently the request was made for a sequel.
Yeah.
I'm worried they're gonna fuck it up. But
of Captain Phillips?
Oh, sorry, no, of Black Panther.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought I was saying Captain Phillips. They're gonna make a sequel to that.
I'm sorry. The rumors they're gonna they made a request, and then maybe that'll be the chance to bring him in. In the movie, like
that guy got ripped off and well, I don't know if he got ripped off, but he didn't get paid much. He was going to the Oscars and he had to get a suit. He didn't have a suit. That guy that played, he didn't make much on that movie, man.
Get the hell out! That's man. He made the movie, man. Are you serious?
Because it was like they I guess they went to Ethiopia and they did like just a regular casting call, like just anyone could go. Okay. And he got the part, but he wasn't paid much. I think it was like 50,000 or something like that. It wasn't much for that movie.
Motherfucker, his name Barkat Abdi.
Yeah,
fucked up his name. Yeah, I saw him in another flick, and I thought he played it very well. Eye in the Sky. Yeah.
Okay, I never seen that. I didn't know what that's about.
I recommend it. It makes you think. I think it's a British flick. It gets you think about drone strikes and.
Okay. But I think we're coming on 2 minutes left in this live stream. It was mainly you and me in this, man. I'm sorry, but it still was fun.
It was so fun.
I had a good time, and we're gonna do it again. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, it takes a right. You got to crawl to fly. Wait, what? Dude, no, you got to crawl to walk.
That's right.
Exactly. So we're gonna. I'm checking my notes here. Things I really wanted to say. People. Okay. Hey, the last note is shout out to the prayers for the people of Atlanta who came to see Black Panther movie. Instead, got 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, this is the same thing. Oh, there's hot candle wax. This is the beginning of Black Panther.
Bad up, man. Yeah, man. They're lucky they didn't burn that theater down.
Let me do a quick just So everyone knows we're coming out every 2 weeks. So our next episode is going to be up on what's 2 weeks from now? I guess March 1st, around there, the beginning of March. Anyway, so our next episode is coming up. Follow us on Instagram at MRD Podcast, on Twitter at MRD Podcast, Facebook. B Black does Facebook. He's awesome at it. So follow us there. Yeah, that's and you can download on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff. And we're also girlsnightoutpodcast.com. I got to change that. But sorry, yeah, go ahead, B Black. We're at 9. We did it. We did an hour.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That was an hour. Even when my computer crashed, that doesn't qualify as a
Oh, did you want to make up that time from when your computer crashed? That was a panic. That was a stressful situation, dude.
Hey, you know what? Should we red flag? Like, if I had a daughter and she met a teenage daughter and she met a dude talking about, look, I'm waiting for the bootleg version of Black Panther to watch it. Yeah, I'd red flag that dude, man. I'm just like Katie Rock communicated. He said he's gonna watch it on Tuesday. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, go. Just put support the cause, man. Just put your. It's an extra couple bucks, man. I paid my $11.99 to go see it.
What? $11.99?
Why? Because I went to reclining seats.
But wait, did you not see? Wait, oh, you didn't do the D-Box Ultra VX 3D and shit?
No, I'm not into like I've seen movies on IMAX and I've seen movies with 3D. I'm a big fan of that stuff.
Okay, because my ticket came up to $24, man.
Whoa,
that's what I said.
Yeah, but you know what? It's an investment in your future.
It's an investment in my future, exactly.
As a Black Panther, when you become Black Panther, it was a training video. It's all a tax write-off. All right, man. This is fun.
It was fun, definitely, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop the broadcast. I guess we can still talk here. Hang on. Okay. All right. Peace.